Hey guys, so our cool down today is going to be focused on foam rolling. If you notice in the timer that was sent out, there's 5 minutes in blue dedicated to your foam rolling. And so for foam rolling today, we're going to focus on our calves and our quads. Our calves are back here, the back of our shin, and our quads are the top of our thighs. We want to focus on these because as gymnasts, we use our legs on every event and we tend to get very tight. 3 big things to remember as we're foam rolling is we're only rolling out our muscles. So that means we're not rolling out on our bones at all, like our knees or our shin bone or any other bone. We want to keep it to the muscle. We also don't want to roll out our tendons. So right back here behind the ankle is your Achilles tendon, or there's a whole bunch of stuff behind your knee. We're keeping it just to muscles. The second thing that we're going to focus on for today is the 3 directions for our calves and our quads. We'll talk about that, and then we're going to spend about 45 to 60 seconds per area rolling out. So whenever you're ready, grab your foam roller. We're going to hit play on our timer, and we're going to begin. So let's start off with our left calf. We want to go, our first direction is our laces pointing up or our toes pointing to the ceiling. If this is enough for you, just going through that whole calf, that's awesome. If you find a sticky spot, you can just hang out on that spot, maybe do a point and flex of your foot, or if you'd like more, you can even cross that leg over and lift your hips up a little bit more. So again, this first direction is with our toes pointed up, spending that full 45 to 60 seconds. After that, our next direction is going to be with our toes pointed in, or our laces pointed inside of your body. So as you're here, we're just rolling over a little bit, still getting that same direction. Remember that your muscles are 3-dimensional, so you want to be able to get all sides of it. It's not like a piece of paper where if you touch one side, you're good. We want to get all sides of this muscle. So if you find a sticky spot, let's hang out on that sticky spot. If you'd like a little more, cross your leg over and still pointing and flexing that foot. Our calves are used a lot as gymnasts because we are jumping so much. So we want to make sure that we are giving them this time to massage it with a foam roller. Our third direction is going to be our laces pointed out. So as we're there, just turn that foot out. If you'd still like more, you can cross that foot over. You might find some areas are a little more intense than others. Then we're going to repeat everything on the other calf. So we're starting with our first direction, which is our toes pointed up. If you'd like a little more, cross that leg over. The further out the foam roller goes from your hands is the harder it's going to be for your body to control it. So we want to make sure that we're staying close enough that that foam roller doesn't go flying way out there. Now let's turn our toes pointed in. And turn your toes pointed out. Good. So next we're going to hit our quads. Our quadricep muscles are the tops of our thighs. So because the quadricep covers a large region of your quad, we're going to go in the same 3 directions like we did with our calves. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our toes pointed down. So looking at that first direction, go all the way up from the top of your knee all the way to your hip. Remember, we do not go over bone, so as we're here, we don't want to roll over top of our knee. Nice long rolls. If you find something that's especially tender or kind of sore, we can just hang out on it and let your body rest right on that spot. Next, we're going to do our toes pointed slightly in. So we don't want to be all the way on the side of our body. Instead, we just want to be a little bit pointed in, just like we did with the calf. And still going all the way from your knee to your hip. If you find a spot anywhere along the way, feel free to lay down on it. If you'd like a little more, you can lift that leg up as high as you can and put it back down. Then the last direction that we're gonna go for this side is our toes pointed slightly out. We don't wanna point them all the way out. We wanna point them just a little bit to make sure we're still on top of our thigh. Good, now we're gonna repeat everything on the other side. So again, doing the same 3 directions. Starting off with our toes pointed down, getting that full long range of motion. Then we're gonna point our toes in just a little bit. Remember, we're not fully on the side of our body. We're just a little bit pointed in, just like the calves and the other side. And then we're gonna turn them out. And there's your entire 5-minute cool down and foam rolling. These are great ideas to use as you're finishing your conditioning here with us. Thanks, keep it up, guys.